This little Corolla behind me is super efficient. I'll include a link to the Carl Malone Toyota's website in the description down below. They're providing us with this Corolla. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Powering this is a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder paired to a hybrid and an eCVT. Fuel economy is 50 around town, 43 on the highway, with power outputs being 138 horsepower. Still trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd appreciate it if you'd help out with that. Kind of hard to see the body lines with the white paint, but there's a little bit happening on the hood. Sharp looking daytime running lights down below, and then just look at that blacked out trim, then the grille. I mean, this is so aggressive for an economy car. But that's kind of what the Japanese economy cars are all about, is looking sporty. Tire and wheel setup is 225 by 40 by 18. I like the metallic gray there on the wheels. I think that looks really sharp. Stuff like the mirror caps and the door handles is body painted to match, and then you can see the darker trim there on the side skirt. Side profile looks pretty sharp. Again, this is a sedan with its whole setup. When it comes to key fob features, we've got our lock and unlock function. You got the opening for the trunk and then the Toyota logo at the bottom. And speaking of trunk, let's pop it open. So the Corolla is a compact car. It's not going to be massive here in the trunk area, but I mean, for a compact, it's got a decent amount of storage. A little bit more basic with the tail lights here, and then you guys can see all the badges on the back. Again, pretty cool looking with that. And that will cap things off for the exterior. This week's giveaway makes my Jeep look lame because it is a supercharged Rubicon 392 that is fully decked out, producing 650 horsepower. Now, not only can you win this Rubicon 392, but part of the giveaway is also $26,000 in cash to help pay for the taxes. And not only that, your donations go towards helping children's and veterans charities. So use code BHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. Any donation, $25 or more, will give you 4x bonus entries. Let's now pop inside. You've got some cloth trim here on the armrest, and then you guys can see cloth with the back seats too. Legroom in the back is good. We've got some USB ports in the back, and then headroom for a compact, again, not too bad. Keyless entry for up front, and let's check it out. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, and then we got more cloth trim here on the door panel of your window controls. Just regular glass with this, by the way. Here's a look at the front seats. They have that same gray cloth trim. They're also manual with the adjustments. Soft touch trim all around the steering wheel, and you've got practical controls here on the front face for like the center, your volume controls, voice command controls. On the right hand side, you've got your adaptive cruise control with your lane centering function, and then just regular stocks there on the back. Digital gauge cluster in the center here too, and you can change what information is displayed. It'll also show you the drive modes. They have a fun little animation here for the drive modes. Backup camera in reverse, okay resolution. And then as for the rest of the screen, it's pretty quick to respond. Got a little shortcut bar there on the side, and it's pretty big. Even on this trim, you still have soft touch there, and then at the top of the dash, and then that kind of vent design. Automatic climate, just single zone climate. And then if we pop down below, phone charging pad. We have our shifter for the eCVT in front of it, your EV mode, and then your drive mode select. Lighting's not great today, so that is what it is. Cup holders here. We've got our auto hold and parking brake. USB port and 12 volt inside this little center console. More of that cloth trim, and then you do have a manual mirror dimmer. Well, again, horrible lighting, but 2026 Corolla, and $30,067 for this SE package hybrid. Let's see how the Corolla performs. Corolla! So they did a little bit of updating for the 26 model year here with the Corolla, so as always, I'll get as many packages as I can. The 26 Toyota crossover car thing that I'm most excited for is the new RAV4. I don't know exactly when those will land, but I'm really interested to see how that drives. Very, very interested. I've noticed that the current generation RAV4s have kind of stopped selling because I think everyone's waiting for the new one to come in now. Just kind of expected. Definitely expected. We're gonna go the other way because there's some people waiting to get through here and take forever to get out. Now, Toyota's hybrid cars are kind of interesting with the lineup, because you have the Corolla hybrid, you got the Prius, which is hybrid only. The Corolla you can get hybrid or non-hybrid, and then you have the new Camry, which is hybrid only. And there's a lot of price overlap with all of the cars. they're obviously different in size, right? The Corolla is the smallest, the Prius is a little bit bigger, and then the Camry is kind of like a lot a bit bigger. And then you have 3 different engines, right? This has the old Prius engine, whereas the Prius, the new one, has the 2-liter, and then the Camry has the 2.5 with the 5th gen hybrid. So just different setups. Oh no. What have we gotten ourselves into here, folks? Oh, I think the school's getting out. So as long as we stay in this lane, we should be fine. Now you are gonna, there's no acoustic glass or anything like that, and you're pretty low to the ground, so you are gonna get some road noise. It's not bad, it's just noticeable. It's very noticeable. The hybrid system though is pretty smooth in normal Toyota fashion. I mean, the transition from, you know, engine being on and off is pretty seamless. Oh, look at this! Look at this! This person's doing the thing! They cut in. They're like, I ain't waiting in line. I ain't waiting in line. Ah. What a rabble-rouser. Some people, you know? But they got in. They got in. But the seats are pretty comfortable in this. Pretty comfortable. Man, we're just gonna zoom in here. See how it does over the big bump? Oh, not too bad. Not too shabby. So I guess we'll start to get into concluding things with the hybrid Corolla. Seeing how the suspension is through the parking lot over these little bumps. Yeah, thing's actually pretty comfortable, I think. Pretty comfortable. I like it. I like the fact this has more of a traditional gauge setup rather than the Prius that has like the super like deep gauge at the end of the dash, which is really annoying if you ask me. But I do like the Prius powertrain better. I mean, it's got more power and it's more efficient. So it kind of is just a better engine overall. Man, you gotta be so aggressive driving in Salt Lake. Just how it is. So yeah, I think the Prius has a better powertrain. But yeah, with how expensive this Corolla Hybrid's getting now, it's like, man, you kind of almost might as well buy a Camry. You know, spend a few $1,000s more and just get the big boy. It's starting to look like that. So let me know your thoughts on the Corolla Hybrid here. But I do think that it's a nice car, but now that it's not crazy expensive, but now it's a bit more expensive. The new Camry is starting to look a lot more appealing.